Hey guys, NoZoupForYou here, and I've got an announcement. Very special announcement, a thank you, if you will. But before I get to that, I've got another announcement. I want you, well, no, not you yourself, I want your videos. That's right. I want your best of your best. If you got a video where you've got the Kraken unleashed, or you've done 200,000 damage, or just something you feel is worthy, and you want to see it out there, you want to see it published for all the World of Warships community to see, get that video to me. I'm going to start highlighting the community, kind of my thank you. So I'm going to give you all the chance to get your awesome gameplay out there. So what I'm going to need you to do is just send that replay file to NoZoupForYou@gmail.com. Give me a brief explanation of how many kills you had, how much damage you've done, why you feel this video should be highlighted. Give a little info about yourself as well. You know, maybe your favorite ship, where you live. Well, you don't want to have to add that if you don't need to, but just some things about you that I can present to the community, and by doing so, highlight you and your awesome achievement. Now that that's out of the way, the real reason for this video is I want to thank every single one of you. I want to thank the community. I finally hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which, you know, it's a big milestone for myself. You know, some people it might not be that much, and I know there's bigger people out there with a lot more subscribers, but for me, this is huge. Part of the reason for that is I never thought I'd get here. I mean, when you look at it, a lot of the guys out there are pretty much full-time YouTubers, or they do YouTube as their primary, I guess, job, and they have secondary jobs to support themselves. Not me. I've got a full-time career, 2 actually if you include the Army Reserves, and I don't do YouTube to supplement my income in any way, shape, or form. I might start monetizing in the future, but only so I can take that money and put it into ships and giveaways for you all. It's the only reason I do it. But outside of that, this whole YouTube thing it's a hobby for me. It's something I love doing. It's a creative release for me to de-stress when I get home from work. And it gives me a way to interact with you all. And over the past few years, I've come to know a lot of the community, and you all are great. And I just want to thank you. You know, as a community contributor, I consider myself very much kind of a liaison in a way, an emissary for World of Warships and wargaming. You know, I see myself as a way to bridge the gap between you and them in order to get your desires and thoughts and needs and even the things you don't like, somehow get them to wargaming so that they see your voice and your opinion. So I see myself as that liaison, and I really think it's important, and I hold the fact that I have been selected as a community contributor. I hold that dearly, and I want to live up to that, and I attempt to do so, just with my videos and my interactions with you all, the community. So because of that, I hold my play and my attitude. I keep myself in check, let's say it that way. You're never going to see me stat shaming anyone. You know, that's just not right to do. And I've been stat shamed before, and let's be honest, you all know me. I'm not the greatest player in the world. Of course, I can go out there and play at a super Unicum and Unicum level if I want to, but I also have games out there where I play like trash. And that's the nature of the beast, because I don't have all the time in the world to go out and play thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds and get consistent. You know, I'm lucky if I get 1 or 2 games then during the week, just because of work and creating videos and everything else. You know, spend time with my wife. That's the priority. Family is always the priority after work, and even before work. Consider my wife my priority. And fortunately, she's been very supportive of my interests and my love of World of Warships and this whole YouTube thing. She's been very supportive of it, but I owe it to her to spend the time that I can with her, because in the end, 40 years from now, hopefully, you know, she'll be still around, or I'll still be around. Wargaming, World of Warships, who knows where that will be. I mean, it might be VR at the time, it might not be around at all. So I owe it to my wife, and of course my job, my 2 jobs, So, you know, I'm lucky if I get rounds in. So, like I said, you know, I'm never going to stat shame anyone out there. There's no need for that. You know, and anyone that does that, you know, hey, I understand we all get angry. I get angry too. If I get angry, I try to keep myself in check though, and I'll just give a polite reminder, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But really, I try to avoid being a jerk because of that CC tab. Because of the community contributor tab, I don't have the right to be a jerk. And I try not to. So, guys, for those of you that have been following me for a long time, and even for those who have just jumped on board for whatever reason, you know, thank you. And part of my channel, I try to keep it light. I try to speak to the, you know, the average gamer out there. I'm sure I've got some people following me that are super unicum. I'm sure I've got people out there that are just weekend warriors going out to have a good time, and they don't care about their stats, and that's awesome. And I welcome every single one of you. And I hope every single one of you has at least learned something from my channel. And if not, I hope that you have got laughs in my channel. And that's what I like to do. That's what I try to do. I don't keep one thing. I mean, I could spew out gameplay video after gameplay video after gameplay video and just narrate, but, you know, it's not that exciting. So I like to mix things up. I like to throw in those historical videos. I like to throw in the funny videos, making fun of ranked gameplay, those type of things. So, and I'm going to continue to do that. My goal has always been at least one video a week. Sometimes I can do more than that, and sometimes when I'm on vacation, I'll be lucky if I get that one video out. But that's just the nature of the beast, and that's why my growth has been probably a little bit slower than people who have lots and lots of time to devote to this. But regardless, I find myself very fortunate. I consider myself very fortunate that I've reached this 10,000 milestone, and I have you all to thank. I'm sure you all caught the giveaway that I did. Gave away 7 premium ships. I've already awarded the majority of those. Sent a Dunkirk to North America and given away, I think, 3 or 4 of the Tier 3 ships. And those were surprisingly all in Europe, believe it or not. That's interesting enough. So I'm outstanding 2 ships. The grand prize winner and another Tier 3. And if I don't hear from them in the next, we'll call it 1 week, I'm going to re-roll. So those of you that entered, you know, you might get something coming your way. And I know it's not a lot. If I could give every single one of you all a ship, I would. Of course, I don't have that type of money. I'm but a humble civil servant, so I would if I could, but I can't. So I'll do the best I can. I'll give back to you all any way that I can, and I'll just continue to be that positive force going forward. And of course that bridge between you and wargaming so that you can channel what you think needs to happen and what you would like to see in the game and what your feelings are on certain ships, so you can channel them to wargaming and have a venue to get your thoughts to them. And that's why comments on these videos are so important, because wargaming does see it. You all are the force for change. Remember that. Not me as a YouTuber. I mean, none of us really are. You all are, and ultimately I want to make sure that that happens. I want to make sure that your voice is heard. But again, thank you guys so much for 10,000 subs. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Hope you stick around with me to 20,000 and beyond if I make it that far, and you know, I hope I do. Aside from that, again, send me your videos, send me your replays. I mean, get those replays in, send them to my Gmail address, NoZoupForYou@gmail.com. I will start highlighting you all. It's the least I can do for you all. I owe it to you all. Aside from that, thank you all so much, and I will catch you all later. I am out.